Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. This is Erika from In the Company of Cards, and I have my friend Psychic Violetta, and we are going to read for you all on your questions on politics and culture. So I'm really excited to have you back again, Violetta. Thank you so much for coming.
It is a pleasure for me, and I think psychics are such a wonderful people, and the community is super. But you are very extremely warm.
Well, thank you, and as are you. And we always have fun when we're together. We've done this a lot on my channel, on your channel, and so this will be an ongoing thing back and forth. When we get the urge, we will come together with you all. So, hi everybody. I see we've got a bunch of people in the feed, which is great. And Violetta was very smart. She had people send her questions. Look at that. That's her stack of questions. Yeah. So as you all in the feed think of the questions that you'd like to ask, we will go right to Violetta and we will look at what you've got from your viewers.
Okay. I will ask the first question.
Okay.
Why did Mr. T start the war? It's not beneficial. It's just putting more burden on USA. And why would he start the war that he doesn't?
So I looked at this yesterday on my channel. And so what I did was I used the scythe because that's the card for war. But just for the sake of speed, I'm not going to pick a clarifier. I mean, a significator. I'm just going to pull 3 cards. Why did the felon start the war? I mean, I have my own theories, but okay.
And I will be using Erika's cards and the Golden Tarot.
Okay, and then I have this new tarot deck that I keep telling people I'm going to use, and so finally today I pulled it out, and I am going to use that as well. Okay, so the tarot card, this is from the Tarot of the Abyss, is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. So he thinks it's a brilliant idea. It's very hasty, though, let me just say. He's too quick to have done this. The Lenormand cards are the Ring, the Child, and the Letter. So I'm going to say, I think there were a couple of reasons why he did it, but one of them we don't want to forget is the fact that the thing that keeps coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back is what? The e-files, right? He wants to make the e-files smaller in people's minds because we'll be so busy thinking about what a great president he is because he's a wartime president. He thinks it will distract from the files. I mean, of course, he also wants their oil. Also, his friend Bibi wanted to do it. So those are the reasons. But the reason that the cards have given me is that Epstein is just dogging him. And so he said, well, what can I do quick, fast, and in a hurry that will take this cycle, this circle, and break it, make it smaller around the files. It's not going to work, but that's what he thinks.
Are we going to ask one on each other, or?
Let's see. Here's one. The question is, I think they're talking about Hegseth, and they said, what is Hedgehog up to, and what event will get him in trouble next?
Yeah, and I was calling him Exit.
Okay, Exit. Good. All right. So we all know who we're talking about. So the way Violetta works is really interesting, you all. So if you don't know, you're about to see. She pulls cards, but she knows stuff without pulling cards. So
I'm closing my eyes and I see without pulling. First, I see a picture.
Right.
And what he will be next in trouble, or what 3 cards?
1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much. I said 3 cards like I'm ordering. Thank you.
That's okay. That's okay. I know how you work.
And I see him. he wants to push over people. He is such a bully. He likes to be a pusher. He feels in his demeanor when he is alpha.
Mhm.
So he wants to do that. The star, he had idea, he wants to, so he will do something. It's very unpredictable. He never will be really predictable. I wonder if he is still drinking.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah. Financially, he's calculating that it's good for him. He wants to negotiate. On one hand, he wants to negotiate, another, he wants to create a mess.
Right.
The devil work is his work. He likes to be a bully.
Right.
He don't appreciate people who are nice. He just want to have struggle and fights and arguments like alcoholics do.
Right. Right.
And, so that's
Well, he'll meet the same end they'll all meet. I mean, somebody asked a question, this is in caps, about, and I guess this is about why the felon started the war. And they asked, was it also to interfere with the midterms? Yes, insofar as, and letter does mean votes in the way that I read. But yes, because if a wartime president can say, I'm a wartime president, you don't want to switch horses in the middle of the stream. So yes, everything is to mess with the midterms, to distract from Epstein, and to make money. I mean, that's his rationale. Okay, your turn, or my turn. What I mean.
What will happen with Warren Brothers channels like CNN and HBO that Paramount has won the bid to purchase it?
Yeah, I read on this the other day too. The question is, what will happen with this Warner Brothers sale to Paramount? We know that Paramount and Netflix were in this battle to take over Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers owns HBO, and it also owns Netflix. Is that what I mean? I mean CNN.
And another BT something, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But
And so what happened was, we know that the felon wanted Paramount to win the battle because Paramount is owned by a family that is very Trump friendly.
Ellison.
Ellison. That's right.
Father
and son, right. So what happened in the past couple of days is that Paramount put an offer on the table that Netflix could not match. And so the question that you just asked is, what's going to happen to entities like, I mean, the main one is CNN. CNN, of course, Ellison has already said he will remake CNN, and he will probably remake it in the image of CBS, which used to be the flagship network. It's the network of Edward R. Murrow, the network of Walter Cronkite. Those days are gone. Nothing lasts forever, it's true, but it will become an organ of the state. But I will pull 3 cards on what will happen in that sale. Now, there might be foreign influences, and as well as just people here who could object to this, because it's monopolizing, right? It's one entity owning too much.
Yeah.
Court cases around it, but the goal is okay. So the cards I have are the lily, the star, and the fox. So it is to make opposition to the felon die down. It's to make people, something like CNN say only good things about dear leader. That's the lily. And that's the future that they want for all of media, because one of the meanings of the star is anything media related or internet related or broadcast related is the star. But their intentions are not good. I mean, this fox is tricky. Sometimes I like the fox. Sometimes it's a good card, but not here. Here it's to sort of, if you look at this fox, he's his eyes are closed and he's swimming in a sea of mushrooms. And this is what they want for us. They want us to be high on their supply, just sort of believing whatever Kool-Aid that they give us is good to drink when it's not. That's what they.
So can I give you a following question? How Fox will be about that? Because Murdoch has the same idea, but two companies might be too much on the same page. Is Fox going to be happy about that?
That's a good question. So what will Murdoch feel about that? Murdoch, of course, is the owner of Fox. Fox is already the organ of the state. Okay, so very interesting. We have the scales, we have the mice, and we have birds. I think this was a very good question, Violetta, because
just came a moment ago to me.
No, because this is sort of, how Fox says fair and balanced, which it's not fair, nor is it balanced. But, Trump would like them to think, no, this is great for me to have two big, huge media companies. That's fair. But the thing is, it's not. I think Murdoch will not like it one bit. And I think it will start a lot of chatter and conversation and arguments back and forth. It's not going to be a good thing.
The birds are floating. This way, I love to watch the birds, but they go like with the wind.
Yep.
So that's a good one.
Yep.
Okay.
No. Okay, here's one for you. Will enough Republicans ever get on board to convict on impeachment? Because it's one thing to impeach, that he has to be convicted.
But it has to be after the House will change hands.
Exactly. That's the thing. I mean, just so the viewer.
Right now we can even have.
Right. No, you're right. The viewers should understand that while the House is still in Republican hands, it will not shift. But we only have a few months to wait till November. Then things will shift. Then no matter what the Republicans do, he will be impeached. Now, the question, though, is, will the Republicans at that point vote to convict him?
3 cards, please.
1, 2, 3.
We are that age that we were going to the cinema. I don't know if you had those problems when the cinema was on the rolls. And once in a while, the film will break.
Yeah.
The whole audience will be making sure the guy who is there is repairing.
Mm-hmm.
And so there will be a breakage. Mm-hmm. There will be some moment that everything will be going smoothly, and then it was like you could see a fire or something like that on the screen, and everyone was so upset. That poor guy was sitting there and repairing. So this will break. Eventually it will break on the view of everyone. They will have to deal with the situation. And when that moment happened, you were missing part of the film.
Yeah. So just so you know, this is a very boomer reference. So if you're younger than a boomer, you're going to be like, what is she talking about? She's talking about in the olden days, there before we had everything that
we still remember those olden days because we were young.
Yes. When we would go to the movies, and the movies were on these big round reels, and occasionally there would be a problem, and there would be somebody in the booth whose job it was to make sure that everything went smoothly. But sometimes a reel could break. And if the reel breaks, what you see on the screen is, nothing. It's just all messed up. And the person in the booth has to splice the films together. But if even when they splice it together, it's still not working. So the metaphor, of course,
sometimes the voice will be connected with the old
something else. Right. There's like a discontinuity between the voice and what you're seeing on the screen. So the point is that the Republican Party will break. It's breaking now, because of Epstein and also this war.
When I was watching that before I saw the breaking, there was few cracks.
Mm-hmm.
So the cracks are already there,
Yep.
but it's still moving on. The wheel is moving, and then poof!
Yep.
And we knew that when we see this, there are some moments. We knew the moment is coming. So the symbol of cutting and breaking and destroying and removing. Angel of justice, what they will put, they will receive. And after elections, not many of them will come back.
Mm-hmm.
The others will be afraid to be that faithful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He still will be a star for them, but they would like to be a stars on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can break up because they will be their favorite ones. And that will be a surprise for Mr. T, because he will not be in the control.
Well, and that assumes Mr. T is still walking the earth.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Beverly Jones, 7077. No one speaks. No. Sorry. About Rachel Voigt. I don't know if you know who is Rachel Voigt.
No.
Sorry,
That's why nobody speaks about it. Nobody knows what it is. Okay.
What that the U.S. and Israel has started strikes on Iran? Are we seeing the beginning of World War III? And this is MIAG 9277. Will this lead for Trump impeachment?
Okay. Well, that's two questions. Everything leads to Trump's impeachment. There's so much. I mean, Epstein alone should be his impeachment. Starting wars without congressional approval should lead to impeachment. A lot of things he does will lead to impeachment. So I'm going to look at the first question, and I forgot what the first question was.
Okay. Now that the U.S. and Israel has strikes.
Okay. The question was, will what Israel and U.S. have done lead to a world war? So I'm going to pull
number 3.
Number 3, exactly, because we already had 1 and 2. All right, I pulled 3 cards, and I'm going to pull a tarot card from this Tarot of the Abyss. Well, the Tarot of the Abyss is the 5 of Wands, and that is a card about fighting. So this fighting could expand, yes. And then I pulled 3. Well, okay. We have the key, we have the ring, and then we have the young woman, which is interesting. So I think, my instinct was originally to say that it would not be a world war. But with the 5 of Wands, that's making me think that there may be more countries that get involved. This card is always a yes in Lenormand, the key. So other people may join in, but I don't think it'll rise to the occasion of a world war. Mm-hmm. I think it could be something like the world not going to war, but the world sanctioning the U.S. and Israel for example, war crimes. Like, why are you bombing a primary school full of girls?
Yes.
If we're so high tech and you zoomed in on just where you wanted to hit because you used AI,
do that.
You did that? So those are war crimes. So I'm not going to say it's going to be a world war, but I think there will be a worldwide response that will help take down the felon and his little friend, BB. Yeah. Okay. Here's a question from Nancy Cooley, 295 for you.
If someone don't know what I'm doing, I have the candle here and I'm cleansing the cards all the time.
Good. Clean cards. Okay. So we are having another No Kings rally at the end of March. I think it's the
28th, I think.
Yeah, 28th. And the question is, what will the response be? How will it affect the regime?
Please
1, 2, 3.
Okay, I see using a toothbrush. Clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Cleaning mouth, cleaning up, so it will be more, and everyone has to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all have to clean our good teeth a few times a day, at least 2 times. So I believe people will be more happy feeling that that's their duty to do it, to clean up that situation.
Okay, so you think there will be more people participating than have been
You
before?
know, in the winter time, it was cold.
Yeah.
People were still coming.
Yep.
Now when it will be spring, March is, usually warm time. So I believe there will be more cleanup time. And in spring, everyone is cleaning everything. And I think it's a cleanup.
That's half the question. The other part of the question, though, is how will the felon respond? Oh, I like the bouquet. That's good.
Everyone will be connected. That will be a celebration. He will be using his powers.
Mm-hmm.
And he might need a doctor.
Good.
Yes. Good. And people will show him we are united. We are a huge family. We don't want to be left without. We don't want a king for sure.
Right.
And after this attack on Iran, I don't think people will be happy about him anymore.
Well, he said he was going to end all the forever wars, and here we are in Iran.
And he don't have a plan B. What next?
Mm-hmm. No.
Nothing about women being free from those scarves they want to take off, and they don't let the real problems to surface.
Right, and the danger there, of course, is that Khomeini was not a good guy. That's true. Very repressive. But there are actually factions in Iran that are even more repressive than he was. And with no plan B or what the next step is, though that faction could easily take over.
It's all right. Yes, and I'm worried what's happened in Afghanistan after US left. It's even worse than it was before.
Right, exactly.
And now it can be worse in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
Iran, sorry.
Iran, yeah.
But can you tell me how the other countries would the other countries stand up for themselves and attack Iran? Because Iran is hitting them. I'm beat up. I want to beat you up as well.
Well, so that's it. So somebody had a question here about that. Well, sort of a question about that. So the Iranian response has been to attack other countries in the area, like Abu Dhabi, for example.
And that's unbelievable because it was a peaceful place. Everyone was so, and Qatar, and
And Qatar, that's right. So, will they try to defend themselves? Well, yes, of course, but this is where other countries around the world could decide to respond. I think they will try to do it in diplomatic ways by, again, bringing charges of war crimes or something like that against the felon and Bibi. That's what I think will happen. Somebody asked a question. We could both look at this. Because I have to say, across my mind, we've had retaliation by Iran in Abu Dhabi and in Qatar and in Israel.
I don't know if Saudi got anything. I don't know if they attacked Saudi, but I heard that they are attacking.
Yeah, you're right. So the question, of course, that everybody in America has, having gone through 9/11, is will there be retaliation on U.S. soil? Yeah, definitely clean your cards around that one.
Yeah, I did.
Will there be retaliation on U.S. soil? We're both pulling on this one.
Okay. I had an interesting vision. Can I ask you to count for me?
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
I'm such a big baby.
No.
And the vision that I had, it's a rat. Rat is symbol of survival.
Mm-hmm.
They can live in the sewers. And I see him walking upside down in a sewer. Symbol of surviving and attacking, showing up from nowhere. They are extremely adjustable to any situation.
Mm-hmm.
You might have them and you might never even know, and one day it can come from the toilet. I heard those stories in Europe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they can come up from nowhere, and that will be the symbol that, yeah. And I don't know if FBI is ready for that.
No, so I pulled as well. So, okay.
Okay, yeah, so there will be deaths.
Yeah.
A lot of sick people, a lot of people who will be wounded. Another death, come on. That's a lot of casualties. And he will use his powers to attack Americans in USA because he would like to show that he has a power.
In the Iranian leader, the new Iranian leader. So I got the mountain, the bear, and crossroads. So here's the thing. We think, well, Hegseth will tell us that we are well fortified. We're the United States. Nothing's going to get through us. And we will, try to come across as, we're the, but it's what you said about the rats, rats, cockroaches, all of that. They won't go this way. They'll go a different way. Crossroads. If they're blocked one way, they'll go another way. So I think we all have to be on alert because, we attacked them. We destroyed a primary school full of little girls. We did that.
Rats are extremely smart. We can't ignore that they are so super advanced mentally. So right. I wouldn't, ignore that. There will be more. And I had both cards for deaths.
Yeah, I know. It's not good.
Not good. And I'm worried. But that's what they are up to.
And we cannot, the thing is, a lot of Europeans have been very kind to Americans and said things like, we know the difference between the American government and the American people. And we know that the American people are not for all this stuff. Well, as I always say to my friend, our mutual friend, Lena from Lena Down Under, because we get together every so often. And that's a very nice thing to say, but it has a shelf life. There will come a time when people around the world, including Iranians, are going to say, You elected him. So you can't say, I didn't do it, he did it, right? So we will have to pay a price for what he does in our name.
I can tell you, my parents were mixed marriage. My father was German, my mom Polish. They married in Poland. And my mom never let me to admit to my friends at school that I'm half German.
Mm-hmm.
For many years, she said, no, people don't like Germans.
Mm-hmm.
In the 60s, situation changed. But before that,
Yeah.
keep your mouth shut that your father is German.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because she didn't want kids to pick on me.
Right. Right. And, you know, unless
I
Americans.
was innocent. I was not doing anything wrong.
No, right. You didn't do it. Right.
And
But
my
Americans need to make very clear that we are against him and what he is doing. Because if we don't make it clear to each other and to the world that we're against him, then the world will assume that we're for him.
Yeah. And the people are judgmental, pure. It's easy to say, put a stamp, half German.
That's right.
And he was only 16 when Hitler called him to the army, 16 and 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
But he had to go.
Right.
So it is not fair, but that history that is building up right now, it's not fair. I don't think those people, those soldiers are on the ship, they want to do that.
No.
Forced.
Well, apparently they're using AI to target where they want to target. It's horrible. Okay, here's another question. Will there be criminal arrests once things are uncovered at Zorro Ranch?
What I was going to ask you.
Okay, we'll both look at it. I'll say
yeah.
Okay, so we're going to look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will count for myself because I'm.
No, I'm counting for you, and then I'll pull. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Not everything will be uncovered.
Right.
I see 2 pictures. One is symbol of, yes, we have someone that is missing. But the other picture is empty. Mm-hmm. So not every grave will be uncovered yet. And you ask if there will be...
Will there be criminal arrests?
Charges. Yes, the one that is I don't know if will be still, he's not around us.
Right.
So that there will be train connected to him, but the train will have a lot of loops, so they might find some others cross. So there will be more graves probably than we know. And the symbol of unknown, that was the picture without... and they were from Eastern European countries, most of those girls.
Yep.
So they will have to figure out who is the parent, how they came in. I know so many
DNA. They can do DNA.
Yeah, but not everyone is giving the DNA. It's expensive.
Well, yeah.
They will be finding those babies, those kids. Oh, even some guys will be dedicating their lives to do that. So the honest guys, and they will be negotiating. I'm not saying that they will be crime. Those crimes might get away. Some of those things will get away. Some of those criminals might get away with it.
Well, there's sulfuric acid delivered there, which would
to the island 5 containers,
So there's bodies all over the place. So what I pulled 5 cards, and so I got clouds, tree, child, key, and then house. So I think, yes, you're right. I mean, a lot has been done to make sure that these bodies are hidden. That's clouds.
And there
Um,
might be a baby's bodies as well.
and they're buried. You know, the tree has that underground root system in the center, which is interesting because I didn't pull a significator, is the child card. There are children.
And that's made to me as well.
Yeah.
And
So though they will be found because that's a yes card, and it will be clear that the occupant of the White House knows and approves this effort to hide the evidence. I mean, there are documents that link him specifically to a couple of deaths of girls. So one, a baby, if you remember that story, that
no,
that he was there when a baby was cut up or something, or thrown into some body of water, and he was there. So, I mean, I think all roads lead back to him, and he's doing everything he can to keep it covered up. Now, the good news is that there is no statute of limitations on murder. So that's great. I mean, it will never be such an old crime that somebody cannot be arrested and convicted. That's good. And Zorro Ranch may be private property, but it's a crime scene. And I am thrilled that those New Mexico legislators just acted very fast.
well, now fast, but it is so many years behind.
So many years of complaints and people begging them to look, and they didn't. But these are two young women legislators that pushed this through in New Mexico. So they will find evidence of smoke, and where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, and hopefully that. Do you think that he will be charged eventually for that crimes? Long time I said that a woman will be the reason that he will be taken out of the office.
That's true, a woman, but we don't know if it's going to have to do with So I got the rider, I got him, and then I have the lily. I'll tell you, I don't think he will be around long enough to be charged in those cases. And if he's around, I don't think he will be mentally sharp enough to face charges for those.
Oh, yesterday I was actually last night I found some information about Jimmy Kimmel. He found statement from Trump's schooling when he was finishing his schooling. He was 18 or 14, and they gave him the statement how good his IQ is.
Mm-hmm. Not good. No.
89, which is below the average.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He feels he's a genius.
He's a stupid
genius to go that far with that little IQ.
Well, because God gave him a gift, and the gift is the gift of charisma. He has charisma. He sucked all those people in. He's a good showman. He's good on the screen. He understands, he's stupid, except that he's like a savant. He understands how an audience thinks.
But he's all show. Train our energy, how to magnify it. When we have to admit that we can't really give him out of our sight. We have to watch him all the time.
Yep. Okay, here's a question. So, I mean, I have a vested interest in this question, so I'm actually glad this person asked it. The question is, with AI using so much water and electricity, because apparently, it takes a lot of resources.
They need to be alive.
Right, and what do you see in the future will be done about the cost for the general public for these utilities in California? because I
Oh,
pay,
you have
I pay
problem
so
with
much in
water.
utilities. It's terrible. I could rent someplace for the amount, rent all over again, someplace for the amount that I pay just in utilities. So is that gonna get better?
3 cards.
I don't know why it would get better. 1, 2, 3.
When you are draining yourself from the blood, there is no blood left.
That's right.
There will be body, decomposing body, because sorry, but that's how it is. They will drain all the resources about something that is new technology. Someone said, watch me from the stupid people, not the AI, because they are inventing this and they are making this such a mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared of it.
I think there has to be a saturation point. Okay.
So humans will stand up for that, against that. There will have to be new laws.
Yeah, exactly.
Some healing process, they will have to control this. And it's all about money right now. It's more about money than anything else. I hate to talk to those machines. When
Right.
I'm calling some place and the machine is answering, I'm getting furious.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because not that they are hopeful. And you think wasting of my time, and somehow taking away jobs from people.
Somebody said our sound is gone. I don't know if that's really true
Who?
right now, or that my audio was not syncing with my words. I don't know. I can't help that. Sorry. There's nothing I could do about that.
I can hear you.
It looks fine on our end, but I can't help the technology piece. I hope that it's okay. Here's a question.
Can I ask? Oh,
Yeah, you can ask.
I'm sorry.
There's just so many. Go ahead.
Teresa Kozlazi, why are people literally dying for this individual? Why? And
Because they're in a cult.
what? Oh, they are cult.
They're in a cult. It's a cult. They're meaning you who are not in a cult, viewer, for you, it makes no rational sense. That's because it is not rationally sensible. But when you're in a cult leader can tell you up is down and down is up, and you just nod your head in agreement. It's a cult. It's like a religious obsession that they have with him. Now, what's interesting is the weaker he personally becomes, and the more he does things that he swore he wasn't going to do, like the forever war thing, the more MAGA starts to wake up. A lot of people have left the cult, but it's very hard to leave a cult because the last thing in the world a cult member wants to hear is, you stupid idiot, we tried to tell you, we told you, what were you thinking? That does not win friends and influence people in the way that you think that it does. So those of us who have never been in the cult have to sort of breathe, just breathe and keep our tempers and say to these people, welcome back.
Yeah, because, people were so pro-Trump and now they are against.
Right.
I experienced that. And please, no, you had question and I disturbed you. I'm so sorry.
No. Okay, again, we're going to say this again. Somebody asked, and I guess when you see it more than once, you have to repeat it. Will Trump be removed because of this illegal act? Trump will not be removed until Congress has changed hands. Period. Full stop. The Republican Congress will not get rid of him. So nothing will happen until January, which is after the November elections.
That's true.
So, right, that's that question. Okay, you can ask something.
I have something bothering me. Will Acosta, I don't remember his name, but it's not Jim Acosta. Jim Acosta is
Yeah,
the,
he's a good guy. Yeah.
but Acosta, the lawyer who gave that sweet deal,
Yeah.
and Pam Blondie was the high-ranking lawyer
In Florida.
in Florida. Would they be charged related to those crimes? Because that was giving that good treat.
I will say Acosta was given orders. He was told from higher up, and I think it's higher up than the felon. He was told, this one needs to be protected. This one needs to get this deal. Acosta, he could have done the right thing, but he would then have lost his job. He made a calculated decision. Was it the wrong one? Yes, but he was threatened.
Yeah.
So that's that. Bondi, let's look at her. I have always seen, I've looked at her many times, and I mean, I've always wanted a particular outcome, and I've never gotten it. What I always see when I look at Bondi is that she will not be fired, but she will at some point decide maybe to leave, and that she would go to somewhere like Abu Dhabi or Qatar or one of those places, and they will treat her like a queen. She can have tea with Sarah Ferguson, and she will have a lovely life, but it won't be in the US. She's all about money. She's all about money. Trump can't fire her because she knows too much.
Yeah. And she was in that
now there are
brownish thing together swimming with.
Yeah. Now there are articles of impeachment that have been drawn up against her.
Yeah,
but again, a Republican Congress will not convict her.
No, they have to wait till in the winter. Okay.
Your turn.
Teresa Calazini, what will happen because of the attack Iran? Would Congress even knowing that any alone approving? So I don't know, it's already behind us.
Oh, well, it's behind us, but the question is not, I mean, he's already done what he's done, but will Congress retroactively say to him, oh, that was great, to keep doing it? Will he?
Yeah, but they want to vote Monday.
Right, and there are a lot of Republicans who are against what he did. So he might lose on this one, but we'll see what the cards say. 1.
Oh, yeah.
2, 3.
I think they will be in the same bed, and then I see this looks like a bed, but it's a garden. So they will be, most of them will be in the same bed, thinking that he should ask them. That was not legal war.
Well, you know what?
Cheating.
What is that one?
Cheating.
Cheating.
A bed, again bed. So most of those Congress people will be with him in the same bed.
That's what I got. I got the sun, the birds, and Clover. I think that those Republicans.
I got the sun as well.
Yeah, I think that they're part of the cult too. All he has to do is do something, and then they're okay with it. So I think that they will say, oh, okay, maybe you shouldn't have done it, but okay, you did it, and we're not going to slap your hand.
No, because you are successful, you were able to kill so many people.
Well, and you know what? Your prime minister surprised me. Mark Carney, and I'm Team Carney. I think he's great. But he came out in approval of the strike.
I don't. Oh, you are freezing once in a while. Okay.
I'm freezing. No, I'm not freezing. I'm just
No, the ice is by the door.
ice is by the door. All right, hold on. Let's see. Um,
Will the
oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. So, except I'm trying to. Okay, someone wanted us to look at the safety of the expats who, Americans who've moved to and are living in Mexico following the death of El Mencho, the cartel leader. How are these expats safe?
sorry, I was checking for next question. Can you repeat, please?
Yes. Someone asked us to talk about the safety of the expats, the people who from the U.S. who moved to Mexico, but meanwhile there's been this murder of the killing, whatever.
Drug
Are those expats in danger?
Oh, okay. Very good question.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, I see the window, but the net is broken, so the flies and every mosquito can come in and bite you. It's symbol not full protection, and then shaky tower.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not over yet.
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, I think I wouldn't want to be there.
Some people will think go back to USA.
Yeah.
Come back because the grass is greener, to celebrate the life, because there will be some battles. I'm worried about President of Mexico. Can you ask me if she's safe?
Okay. Is the president of Mexico safe?
Yeah.
You want me to look at it, or
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, if I can. I was answering the last.
You want me? Okay. All right. Is the president of Mexico? She's great. Is the president of Mexico safe?
Just crossed my mind.
I see why it would cross your mind, though, because we have the fox, we have the tower, and we have clouds. I think that she's very smart, and she knows how to protect herself, because this is not the tarot tower. This tower is not going anywhere. So she is very, very well protected, but the last card is clouds. And it's kind of like what you said, is that you can think that you're safe, but are you really? There are always ways in, through, around. So she is in danger, but she knows she's in danger, and she has taken the precautions that she can take.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you have one?
Yeah, I have one. Travels 3577. Musk had built methamine gas turbines in Memphis. Will this be stopped?
Who wants to build a gas turbine?
Musk. Elon Musk.
Oh, Musk. Oh, ugh. I'm hoping Europe will put him under arrest, throw him in The Hague, and try him on, something. Okay, turbines. Okay, will they be stopped?
Apparently, he had built methane gas turbines.
Well, I have the sun, I have the lily, and I have the book. I mean, I don't know. I think that they will go ahead and build those and operate them. It's not to say that at some point they won't be stopped, but he will
Achieve.
Yeah.
There was some. Oh, sorry. Now it's your turn. So I'm.
Okay, here's one. So the question is, okay. The question is largely, did the Clintons tell the truth when they went into the depositions? I just want to say one thing. Ghislaine Maxwell was at their daughter's wedding, but the reason that she was at their daughter's wedding is that she was the +1, the date of a very good friend of theirs. So if you have a very good friend and you invite them to your daughter's wedding, you can't control who they bring as their +1. I mean, I guess you can control it if you know in advance, but that's why she was there. Question is, did they tell the truth? I want to just say one thing about them. I think the reason that they agreed to testify was to make the way more difficult for the felon and his blushing bride, Melania, to refuse to testify. You've got Clinton, who was a 2-time very popular president. You've got his wife, who was a 2-time first lady, Secretary of State, and senator, agreeing voluntarily to come and testify.
And was a runner from Democratic Party for president. So
that's right. Right.
Exactly. On the island.
Exactly. They wanted to testify publicly. That was refused. What's also interesting is they each put out their opening statement because they had control over that. They made those public. But the committee has not released the transcript of their
supposed to do it in 24 hours.
They did not do it. They did not. So the question is, did they tell the truth? Now, they are two separate people. So
for Hillary and then for.
Yes, that's right. So first we're going to look for Hillary. 1, 2, 3. So this is Hillary. Did Hillary tell the truth?
She is a strong woman, independent. I don't think she had any reason to be not telling the truth.
I agree.
There was nothing. She didn't trust them. That was horrific. Apparently, they were abusing her when they were listening to her. Very mean. And she knew that they are cheating. Mm-hmm. But I think she was fine.
I do too. I have the ring. I mean, I think she, this is a card for loyalty, fidelity. I think she was going to be loyal to the American public because that's my card for the public. And here we have in the center this. I love this for her because this is bold energy. It's kind of the same thing. Like, come on, come for me. Because when you're finished coming for me, I got somebody that you need to come for. And that is the felon and Melania. So I think she told the truth. And I think that her reason for coming forward was a patriotic one, frankly.
And now about him.
Now let's look at, you know what we used to call him? This is terrible. Slick Willie.
Yeah, 3 cards, please.
Was Slick Willie telling the truth?
I'm pulling the 3 cards.
Okay. Oh, 1?
No, I already did.
You already did it? Oh!
And right. I see a clouds. So there will be still cloudy feeling about him. He will be always under suspicions. Because he was not truthful when he was saying, I didn't have sex.
Yeah, with that woman. Yeah.
With that woman, Lewinsky.
Yeah.
And he had something going on and he is not the truth teller. And I didn't like that he was much more smooth. Hillary was, you are asking me question, ask Trump, you should ask Trump, you should ask. She didn't say about Melania, but I think that was obvious.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, and you. So this is going to spread like wildfires.
Mm-hmm.
People will always have suspicions about Bill. There will be some surprises, magic, and he will have to put more battles. I'm not saying that he is completely clear.
All right. I guess this is our last question because it's noon, but I want to just. I got the garden, the cross, and the fox. In the eyes of the public, it's literally what you just said. In the eyes of the public, poor Bill can't catch a break because of his past behavior. This is the cross that he put himself on. That said, I think he knew more than he's saying that he knew. I don't think he liked little girls or boys. I don't think so. I think he prefers grown women.
He likes brain. He is more attracted to the woman who.
Well, but I think he knew more than he was saying. Yes. So.
That's true. And I said that he had bodyguards with him all the time. So how could he go after little girls when there was bodyguards with him?
I know. Exactly.
He had the security all the time because he was a president. So I don't think he was guilty. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, and thank you everyone who came live, and thank you for those of you who are going to be watching this in replay. My hope is that when they put the video up, which will be up in a few minutes, that they will have fixed whatever audio problems some of you have said we had with on my end syncing the.
I didn't have any problem. I
haven't seen any problem, but people have said so. Hopefully they can coordinate that. But thank you so much. Again, if you are new, if Violetta is new to you, Psychic Violetta is her YouTube channel, and you're on Wednesdays and Mondays. Monday
and Wednesday at 11 Mountain Time live.
Right.
And then Saturday I'm posting video that I'm recording in the evening Friday or in the night.
So she's there 3 times a week like clockwork. So please go follow her over there on Psychic Violetta if you haven't followed her already. And you know where to find me. I'm on this channel. But thank you so much, Violetta.
On Thursday I will be on Nate's channel.
Good, okay.
Next Sunday I will have Irish Granny on my channel.
Oh, good. She'll enjoy that. Yeah. That's good. I will be on with Lena from Tarot Down Under on Wednesday as usual.
Say hello from me to Lena.
I will definitely do that. I will do that.
I own her read something, so because she sent me cards and I was not able to use, because I told you I have to
charge them.
Charge them, and her cards are beautiful, but I was not able to use her cards because that would not allow me to trust them for the future.
Right.
And that was not fair for me, but I would like to have another collaborations with her. I will tell her.
I will tell her that. All right. Thank you, everybody, and we will see you soon.
Thank you. Take care of yourself. Thank you. Are we going to be completely disconnected?